But we're going to check out Going Home. I don't really know what, just want to try something different. The last time we did a walking sim kind of game like this, completely destroyed me. So I'm hoping this one's a little bit better. But, we'll see how this works out.
Hi, Mom. So I got my ticket home from Europe. I get back on June 6th, but it's a really late flight because that was the cheapest, so it gets in at midnight. But don't worry, I'll get a shuttle from the airport so you don't have to pick me up. Like, really seriously, you don't have to. Okay, so, love you. See you soon. Bye.
She sounds like Chloe from Life is Strange-ish. So if she's leaving voicemails, this is probably going to turn out bad already, isn't it? June 7th. 20 years ago on this night. We are Caitlin Greenbauer. This seems a little... Katie, I'm sorry I can't be there to see you, but it is impossible. Please don't go digging around or try to M. I don't want anyone to know. We'll see each other again someday. Don't be worried. I love you. Sam. I'm pretty sure I read that like using horrible English. Does she have a key to her own house? Christmas lights, Santa, Christmas duck. That duck booty. Wait, $6. Look at this. Can't break the duck though. Alright, we got a passport. Looks very official and American. Boarding pass. And a house key. It also lets us know that it was hidden underneath the duck. So that's good. Mom?
Sam!
That was a boring voicemail. Sam, Daniel from the old...
Where are you? Really? I need to talk to you. Please be there.
Is that me calling? Also, subtitles are supposed to be on, and I don't know why it's not doing it now.
Hi, Mom. So I got my ticket home from Europe. I get back on June 6th, but it's a really late flight because that was the cheapest, so it gets in at midnight. But don't worry, I'll get a shuttle from the airport so you don't have to pick me up. Like, really seriously, you don't have to. Okay, so, love you. See you soon. Bye.
End of messages. Okay, this is... Okay. Sam, Daniel from the old neighborhood called. He wants to come see the new house. Call him back. Mom, Daniel is a total weirdo. The only reason we ever hung out in the first place is he had a Nintendo when we were little. That is why kids have a lot of friends growing up. Why can't I... Okay. Alright, that freaking storm is loud as hell. Itinerary. Katie's departure, 7694 to Amsterdam. Gotta turn that off. That's annoying. We don't get freaking subtitles when I want them. But we get obnoxious other stuff. It's like Resident Evil. Welcome, new student. We hope that you're excited about your first day at Goodfellow High School. Please bring the following. One sturdy folder, one line notebook, a bunch of pens, colored pencils, combination lock, $2.50 for lunch, and a posy attitude.
Oh my god.
You are so lucky you finished high school before we moved into this house. So, it's the first day of school, and there I am, introducing myself to the class. And I say that I just moved into the house on Arbor Hill.
They said it's a ghost house.
All of a sudden, every kid in the room turns and just stares like I suddenly transformed into a mutant. I just stood there, wishing pretty hard for a rewind button. Because now maybe nobody knows my name, but they all know who I am. The Psycho House Girl.
Nice.
Great.
That's a pretty good name, though. Psycho House Girl. I gotta turn this text thing off. This is irritating now. Where was it? There we go. Hi, Mom, Dad, and Sam. I'm in Paris. I'm doing Parisian things, like eating la petite déjeuner and wearing a beret. Lots of film development when I get back. Sam, bring you back something from the Shakespeare Company, since you are my favorite sister. Love you all, Katie. I thought Sam was a boy the whole time. That shows me. Also, if we live on top of the hill, being at 1 Arbor Hill does not seem as weird as I feel like she thinks it is. Can we... No. Something's talking in the background. It's probably Sam, maybe? Sam DeSoto? Oscar Mason in Boone County died last month. Died in the house. Oh, he was born in the house for the rest of his life. Blah, blah, blah. So he's probably the guy that lived here first. Psycho House. Also, it sounds like something's talking. Feel the breeze. Get a nice hum going in the microphone. Electrical inspection. Wiring house is technically up to safety and amperage requirements. However, multiple layers of wiring have been added over time. System's unpredictable. Pressure on floorboards. Breaks the wires. Okay. So what that's saying is that they're gonna make stuff happen because we walk on the floor and oh, the power turned off. Bad wiring. Nothing's breakable. It's kind of upsetting. Like smashing stuff. They say Jack of all trades is a master of none. Mastery is not a question, something, something. If you happen to be in the market for a combination LD CD player, be glad to know his partner seems to share his particular. Alright, so someone's... Shut up, Storm. So something's typing... someone wants to sell crap from the house, obviously. Can do better. Languages. What if JFK wasn't JFK? Back to basics sent. Back to time, 1963 Dallas. So someone's trying to figure out the JFK theory, too. Remember what I said that was? 1963? How much you bet? I'm going to bet 1963 will work. Oh, I'm a jerk. There's no run button. So hopefully nothing really comes to mess with us. Nine oh two 10. The unreliable accidental prophet. So maybe someone's trying to write a book. When it flickers like that, it looks movable. If I had a library in my house, I'd just be covered with Legos in the shelves. There we go.
Flood conditions are expected at lower elevations.
Damn. Yeah. It's enough.
This is a severe weather warning.
Girl Scout.
Northwest
Role
Weather
model.
Service reports
Oh, wait,
high
hold on then.
winds and torrential
Can
rain
we-
conditions affecting the following counties: Austin County,
No, watch. Okay, so this is the B side, right?
Tacoma
Why?
County, and Wistaria County. Residents are strongly urged to stay indoors. Secure all.
I know it's a video game,
flood
but if they let me do that, that should be able to put whatever side of tape I want in there. Sam, thought this might help.
You know that feeling where the first moment you see someone, it's like they have a big gold star around them, and you have to get to know them? Well, there's this girl. I think she's a senior. She's usually dressed kind of punk. But sometimes I see her in this, like, army uniform. And she's always drawing in this notebook, looking so intense. I had no idea how I would ever, like, have an excuse to talk to her. Till I noticed she and her friends hang out and play Street Fighter at the 7-Eleven every day after school.
Okay, so the girl in that picture was like more of a girlfriendish or a crush, I guess, than a relative.
A severe weather warning.
The X-Files is on. Hang with Mr. Cooper.
Service reports high
Oh, this is all real. These are all real TV shows.
affecting the following counties:
Hang with Mr. Cooper.
Tacoma County.
Oh, it's TGI Friday lineup. The old, like one of the old school ones. Because it's Family Matters, Boy Meets World, Step by Step, and Hang with Mr. Cooper. Awesome.
Flood conditions
That's a nice touch.
at lower elevations.
Also, Sleepaway Camp is an amazing, crappy old horror movie. And I suggest everybody watch it. Also, while they were talking before, just looking here first.
This is a
The
severe weather
Bratmobile.
warning. The Northwest Weather Service reports high
I want to point something out here. Very important.
affecting the
That should be
following
everybody.
counties: Austin
1,
County,
2,
County,
3,
Dawn County,
4,
Tacoma
5,
County, and
6,
Wistaria County.
7.
Residents
8,
are strongly urged
9.
to stay indoors. and
Who
secure
cuts a
all
pizza into 9 slices?
flood conditions are
Like, the
expected
devil
at
would do
lower
that. A horrible person would do that. Okay, you stop talking to me now. I know there's a storm coming. The heaven at the edge of the world. Sam Greenbrier, grade 2. The turtle people. Captain Allegra looked off at the ocean and went on forever, or so it seemed. Someday she would find the edge and get to the paradise there. This damn kid's a flat earther. And shoot her cannon fire. Boom! It was a black pirate ship. She yelled, I thought we lost him at Horse Island. It's better than Horrors Island, just as a heads up. The first mate says, looks like you thought too soon. The black ship came up along the side. Captain Black himself came out on the deck of the black ship. He yelled to Captain Allegra, You're never gonna find the edge. There ain't no paradise, and your father were a liar. Captain Allegra yelled back, Then why do you keep following us, you imbecile? The first mate yelled out, We'll stop you, Captain Black. We'll find the edge of the world. You'll see her father was no liar. The battle kept going until Captain Allegra's ship was got away. Now west, she said. The ship sailed towards the sunset. That's a good story. Hopefully my pirate voice was okay. It's pretty dramatic, I feel like. There's no breaking items. It's very upsetting. Oh, we almost missed the fort. Haunting and Poltergeist. Book about the supernatural. I guess I went around this way. I wasn't paying attention. I missed the fort. Also, the floorboards creaked when we weren't over there. So that seems questionable. It's nice that the light switch is always the first thing you find. At least for the most part. There's lights everywhere. I don't have to be worried about being terrified like Resident Evil. Reproductive system. Okay, so these are about so I guess they're out of order. They're supposed to make things up. And then she wrote a story about it. The early morning of September 1st, 1937, Essa Glatz stares out at the window of the train as it travels from Vienna back to her home village of Weiland in Poland. As the train rumbles alongside and the sun rises over the countryside, she can only think of her dear Borislav, the boy she is engaged to wed. Meanwhile, deep within her guts, an ovum starts to develop. As this train approaches its destination, her heart races. The lining of the uterus is getting thick and soft. As Essa steps off the train, her eyes dart quickly across the gathered crowd. Then, there, her dear Boris, still in his baker's smock, he must have dropped his early morning duties at his father's shop to come meet her. Her heart skips a beat. The ovary releases the ovum. It travels through the fallopian tube. Over the wheezing of the steam engines, a deep hum grows. It's coming from the sky. Dark shadows pass over the station. A whistling sound. Essa, her thoughts only a second faster than the bombs, reach out toward her dear Boris across the crowd. Their eyes lock and the moment freezes. The flash and smoke envelops them almost instantly. In the assault by German forces, only 75% of the people in her hometown are killed. The rest, including Essa and for a time Borislav, huddle in a half-destroyed church. He is blind, his legs are missing, bandaged with torn bedsheets. Essa's egg will not be meeting a sperm. It dissolves. About 2 weeks later, Ben loses his grip on life. Essa has given up her rations to keep Boris alive, but in the end nothing can save him. Since the lining of the uterus is not needed for a pregnancy, it comes out through the vagina. Essa vows to survive. She sets off to join the Polish resistance as a daring spy and saboteur. Another ovum starts to develop in one of her ovaries, and the process begins again. It's incredible how the female body knows how to prepare for pregnancy. And her teacher did not seem to like that story. But that's fantastic. Like, that's the kind of BS that I would make up for that kind of thing in school, because they wanted, oh, let's make it serious. Everything must be serious. They should accept her for her silly ways. Nice. That was a jam. But that reminds me of one time, so when I was younger, I was in, can we do shots? Okay. I was in gifted class with 5 or 6 other people because they thought I was very smart for my age. And I have paperwork to prove how smart I was. But they thought I was smart, so we had to do, I don't even remember what they're called anymore, but you had to write your name down, and then for each letter in your name, you had to put a word down that describes you. So, like, I did Tobias instead of Toby, because that's my name, and I had 1 more letters. So instead of putting, like, T for terrific, or T for top shelf, like this alcohol, I did all offensive things to myself. You know, I did, like, I can't remember all the other letters. But I know for S, I did stupid and spelled it STOOPID, because I thought it was funny. And I was in 7th or 8th grade for that. But I thought it was the funniest freaking thing. And my gifted teacher, I guess, found out that someone, aka me, wrote bad stories down when other people came in the classroom to, like, admire, let's see what the smart gifted kids do. And he realized that my story was all sorts of effed up and mean about myself. He did not like that. He did not appreciate my beautiful story. And that's what that reminds me of. Holding the kids down, they're trying to let their little creative minds fly. Like a jerk. Mr. Zapp, you were a jerk. The Axe Down Pariah. A JFK story. A James Bond for today's audience. Mr. Greenbrier, inform you, unfortunately, Mercury Books will be unable to publish your follow-up to Pariah. Despite the slow sales of Savior, we hope the series is catching on. The sales have been so bad, though, that no one cares. That's nice. It's nice to know that our dad can't write books well. I probably can't write a book either, but I'm not the one trying to do it. This is a lot of records. I'm a little jealous of this. Young in my heart alone. You can actually kind of read these. At least I can. That's a lot of books. Non-sold copies, though. I wonder if they're going to explain why there's so many markers everywhere in this game. Or in the story. We won't call it a game, we'll call it a story. Hi Lonnie, so you want to come over to my house? That'd be cool. It's kind of far, hopefully I can drive. Can meet in the parking lot and fight. After sixth period, I guess. I'm totally in. See you there. I'm gonna kick your butt. But then you got Hadouken right in the face.
So you know what they say about the best laid plans of mice and men?
They don't have
turns
them.
out it applies to Street Fighter too. At least I worked up the courage to walk into the 7-Eleven and ask for a turn, but all that practice at home did not exactly translate in the wild. So after I was finished getting my butt kicked, I followed them outside while they smoked. And that was when she asked me if I was that psycho house girl.
It's a good name for a person.
But then she said she's always really wanted to see the psycho house. Her name is Lonnie. She's coming over tomorrow.
Oh, that's like when you drop your Joy-Cons and your Switch. It has a nice snap like that. A click. Door's locked. Okay. Slowly walk all the way across back to the side of the house then. Oh, that's why. It's in the basement. You never go in the basement. That's where the monsters are in pretty much every Goosebumps book. Especially the one that involved, like, when the kid's dad turned into a plant person. I think that was just called Stay Out of the Basement. But that was a good one. I told you to listen to your parents and not go in the basement. Because then plants are going to clone you. And you're doomed. Author Magazine. Band-Aids. Got the TP. Got more Band-Aids. This must be some clumsy kids. Can we... Can we block the sink? There we go. We got a nice little cocktail brewing there. Goodfellow Wells High School. Janice is a conservatist. Something. Screw my trophies. Let's go to this cool sugar skull. We don't need no trophies to know we're the best. It's too dark everywhere. Dear Jan, where's the Nope, not gonna help me. Dear Jan, so good to hear from you again. All this new house business sounds like quite the adventure. That might be Sam. Everybody looks like Jan. Remember the little dorm room we had shared freshman year? We were miserable, fantasizing about our dream homes. I always said I wanted a mansion. You said you just wanted a house in the woods. Look who got both. Somebody up there likes you. I could use some of that magic. Send me some lotto numbers, I'll play them. Seriously. I shouldn't be complaining about this gold split level we've had since Bob got transferred to Winnipeg. We just got new vinyl siding. Jealous yet? Let me know if you ever want to trade places. So how are the girls doing? Has Katie left on her big European adventure yet? Speaking of jealous, right back soon. I miss you, Rumi. So mom should write her back. I feel like. Seems kind of rude not to. Also, you should all be very impressed with my... Okay. You should all be impressed with my cursive reading skills. Because I don't even teach that nonsense anymore. And I can do it. Like a pro. Sometimes I can't read in games because I can't read. But I knew what that said. Don't try to fool me. Mom's doing a controlled burn. She's teaching people something. So, mom probably set something on fire then. Such a mom thing to do. Couples bowling, cooking class. And then she canceled the couple stuff. And then made dinner for the kids. So I guess there was divorce. Divorce in them cards. Divorce in these hills?
We're so cool, yeah, yeah. Yeah, we're so cool, cool. We're so cool, yeah, yeah. Fuck you too, cool, mom.
Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. We don't talk like that here. Cool Shmuel. What a song name. Get this junk out of here. This is supposed to be a nice time. You thought you hit that note too, didn't you? Now let's look at this video game here. Adventurous the Cat returns. Super Nintendo. The best system when you were a kid. Some people tell you Genesis, but they're dummies. Stop making noise at me, please. Okay, actual Chun-Li move codes. That's legit. Journey of Crystal. Journey of Crystal, I can't read. There's a lot of games up here. Super Spitfire. So all these unlicensed games up here. But not the good ones. So I'm gonna... When I was younger, I could do these. It's a magic eye. You unfocus your eyes, kinda. And some people just cross them and it helps. But you unfocus your eyes, there's supposed to be a picture in there. I feel like I'm almost there, but maybe not. There we go. Stare. I don't know. I can't do it anymore. Hopefully you guys could. That was there. Go back and pause the video if you want to. My eye hurts anyway. I feel like it's going to fall out of my face. Look at these people. Look at Jodie Foster. Oh, it's, what's her name? Beverly Hills 90210 Schmoes. Sonic Boomfest. Boss Tones. Offspring. Oh, Bucko 9. They're a good ska band. And Lisa Loeb can sing about us having to stay. Got your number game? You say I only hear what I want to. So I'm not gonna read this whole big story again. This looks like some kind of wizard story. Fun fancy story about being kings and queens. Trapper Keeper. A lot of Bibles in this house. Hi Lonnie, I wrote this in first period and left it in your locker on the way to school. That's what the cool kids are doing. Write me back for something to draw. This is actually what the kids are doing, but they send them on their paper, on their beepers instead. We're cool next, we put it on it, but we put it on paper. Can't put this on a beeper. Drawing cats was so good they added their background to make it better. They should stick to writing. I like it. Did you know they were about to be abducted by aliens? Looking at Mr. Fish right now. He watches now and tune in religiously. It's crazy kids. we get that? Yeah, we can. C- in engraving. Non-challenging assignment, metal plaque for a portrait, reasonable subject, but not complex. When I said that mom and dad should be replaced with parents' names, I did not mean just add them underneath. Except the leveling edges, show more pride in work. So this girl has all the sassy answers. And no one likes them. This is what me and my dad are building. We're going to go for a ride when it's done. It's a pretty sick motorcycle. We break... Why can't we break anything? Just all flops around. X-Files poster. Waiting for one of these mugs to have like a secret underneath it. Those are definitely real books. They make you more smarter if you read those. Just so you know. So yeah, I think the creative writing track would be perfect for you. So the teachers wanted to send Sam for creative writing. Her story about the menstrual cycle and getting stuck in Poland and getting bombed was very good. What? Where's... This house is like a mystery. It's like all the pieces don't... The rooms fit together funny. I'm blaming my lack of magic eye skill, though, on the fact that my eye hurts very bad. It's hurt for about a week at this point, and it hurts because the other day it was itching really bad, so I scratched it, or like maybe like rub it and like splash water in your eyeballs, and no, you wait, you gotta go back on, and all that kind of stuff. So I did all that, and then the bad part of the eye pain went away, but now my eye has hurt for like a week, and it feels like there's pressure behind it. And I'm actually terrified my eye's going to explode. That's what rational people worry about. Their eyes exploding. Hope this floods. If it knows what's good for it. Probably my postcard. Mom, Dad, and Sam, I'm in the channel. Channel. It's a tunnel. That's also a... It was referenced heavily in Seinfeld. I don't remember what the ch part of channel means. It's something tunnel, though. Fix your damn TV. Which casting? The Sundance Kid, All the President's Men... Inside Edition, May 24th. The Sound of Music. Version of Require. Creepy movie. Mitten the Cat. So we put nothing back. Everything just gets thrown. Strewn about like an animal. Because no one's here to tell me no. This is kind of unbridled passion that I need. They like a double bathroom, man. After the honeymoon, learning how to bang again. Learning how to bang God again. All right, here that goes in there. That's a dirty book. Wash away your sins, book. A lot of band-aids. No drugs in this family, though. We have seen no drugs. Painting book. That's kind of a creepy family photo. The game doesn't look real enough to get away with that kind of picture, I feel like. What's this? Oh, okay, it's just a... Take your time. I'm glad to have it in good hands. Rick. Rick's probably banging Mom. Walt Whitman. He's a famous guy. Dear Jan, Tony, let me tell you how I understand how you feel. Bob and I have had our down periods. It's become a bit of a way of life, actually. Get used to it. Get used to each other. I'm sorry this isn't helping. Terry will get back to normal. As for Sam being distant, that's a teenager thing. In the meantime, I'm controlled burning. Oh, the controlled burn. That's impressive. Ranger Rick. She likes Ranger Rick, I guess. She didn't want to fix things with Terry. She wants to hang out with Ranger Rick and read those Ranger Rick books. Is there any place else up here? Okay. She follows downstairs, doors are locked. Since you hear that water running, it's fantastic. Follows downstairs, doors are locked. We need keys. Doesn't really seem to be that kind of game. Or story. Katie's crap moving out. Sam started watching for ghosts. Lonnie feels a presence in the TV room. We built a protective pillow for it. That's why the fort was down there. That's cool. And then her and Lonnie watched the ghosts together. Okay, let's see. Lonnie got things for orienteering, rifle team, and adventure training. They're definitely besties. Katie, Mom and Dad were going to make up the guest room for your stay in over the summer, but came home with such short notice they weren't around to do it. Use my room if you want. I won't be needing it anymore, Sam. That sounds not good. Do not enter if the red lights are on. Open the door! Okay. So the one note said about the attic being bad. Something bad happened in the attic, I feel like. Is this room? Painting stupid. This is gonna be nonsense trash again. No, thank you. Turn that racket down. Ranger Rick's evaluation by Janice. All 5s. I love him. That's what that note. That's what that note says. You gotta read between the lines. But that note says that they're in love. Halloween show with the Misfits. Stygian Lounge.
Sometimes you just have to lie to Mom and Dad.
That makes sense.
Like when Lonnie asked me to see a band with her and stay over at her friend's place in the city after. That's a lie to Mom and Dad's situation. But it was so worth it. The girls on stage were just so loud and real and awesome. And everybody was moving together like one huge tide of sound. Between 2 songs, Lonnie leaned over and said, "How do you like your first show?" I was so happy. I felt tears starting in my eyes. And then she up and hugged me. I think she could tell.
Okay, so all the rooms seem finished. And beyond that, I don't really know what else you're supposed to do. I, Samantha Greenbrier, 17 years old and independently fully functioning human being. The fact that you're forbidden from going to the city on my own is absurd. Compared with kids 3 years older than me, and she went all the way to her own continent. I just want to be my own human being. You cannot stop me. Samantha. Sam, stop leaving the light on in the house every day. That's whose light is probably in the introduction picture. Daniel called again. He wants his Nintendo game back. Give the kid his Nintendo game back. My brother, I almost said brother-in-law. My ex-brother-in-law has all my Super Nintendo games. That prick. That's because I nicely gave them to him when he moved to try to be a nice brother-in-law, and then he ex-brother-in-lawed me out of the family. This is where we are now. So all my Super Nintendo games are gone. And that's that whole story, I guess. Because most of the drama involved with that is not my story to tell. I don't know what else we're supposed to do here, though. Because if everything's locked... I don't know. Bratmobiles. Potty mouth. That's when they said, for Sam. That's why I say bad words. F this. Blah, blah, blah,
It's
blah.
weird hanging out with girls. Daniel was around ever since I was little, and other girls? I don't know. But being around Lonnie is like instantly just right. I gave her the grand Psycho House tour and took my revenge on Super Nintendo. And it was like, I don't know, I finally found someone I feel normal around. I drove her home and she gave me this tape and said, "You have got to listen to this." I haven't stopped playing it since.
So I feel like there's something fundamentally I don't understand about this right now. Because other than flooding all the bathrooms, I keep finding the same bathroom too. So I'm going to hope that's that number from downstairs. It's either that, or you have to unfocus your eyes on these bad boys. And I know I can't do that. So I have to skip that part. What room had the number thing in it? From here, I think. Is her thing 1963? Right, there really seems to be there's no other things down here. And there's no things up here. The attic is closed. Just a toss up. I think you have to get in the attic, no? That seems like an endgame kind of maneuver. The numbers on here. 2. Oh. Somebody like how many fingers she was holding was the key there. But it doesn't seem to be. I'm done. What if I'm done in the house now? What if I just want to leave? I don't want to be here anymore now. Let me go home. Let me go home outside. Okay, one sec. Okay. I cheated. Rather than make everybody suffer. We'll do this nicely. Form. Read that note. Oh yeah, the sexy firefighter. Put that dirty thing down. No, we don't need more cassette tapes. Those are good drawings. I feel like the instructions I found are lying to me. According directions. There's room door I have connected with another room, which is a sewing room. You will find a folder on the table with a map. There is textbook. Okay, that's a table. Holy crap! I was in the library. I noticed them in the corner. I found a secret passage. We're skipping gym. We're going. There we go. All right. So now, should be able to go through here. Ignore all the spooky noises. Yes. Success. There's another map. Ghost Hunters, Secret Logs, 3 hidden compartments. So there's three hidden spooky rooms in this house. Okay, that makes more sense. I'm a little offended that I missed that folder, but when the things don't light up right away, sometimes it's harder for me. So the first one. Okay. The Misfits.
At Todd's brother's place after the show, there was only a futon to sleep on, so Lonnie and I shared it. The lights went out. I was turned toward her. My eyes started to adjust, and then I could see she was looking at me, too. In the dark, she smiled. My heart was beating so fast. I rolled over. I felt so, I don't know, nervous. After a minute, she put her arm around me and was so close and whispered in my ear, "I really like you."
Yes, we got them together.
I just nodded my head, and I really hope she could tell. I really hope that she meant what I think she did. I felt like a shook-up can of soda ever since. I hope we have the chance to talk before I explode.
I think it's funny that this reminded me of Life is Strange-ish in that voice. Because... Oh, combination scrap. Or we have half of it then. The Green Glacier. So this is another one of the pirate... Oh, okay. So this is about the pirate thing they did as a kid. That, I guess, that first story where I was still using the cool pirate voices. And then it turned into a real story about, presumably, their love. Or her liking Lonnie, the other girl. She is one of us now. She is ours. She said, that's the love of my life and you can't have her. That seems like it's her coping with being a lesbian? Being gay? Whatever. That's okay. It is interesting that's, I guess, what the main crux of this game is about, though. I always thought it was a spooky game. I wonder if these would have opened before if I would have been closer to them. Alright, we got the scraps of the combination. The Ouija board. Got a pen. Hello? Hello. Who are you? Oscar. What do you want? Tacumba. Tacumba. So if we go here, 051. Does that work? Does it work like that? Guess so. Lonnie, 94. It's a cute picture. Someone ripped all the pictures out of here. That's probably not good. Got a basement
Lonnie
key.
came over today, but everything was
Smokes.
different. She was sitting at my desk chair, and she wouldn't look at me. Finally, I asked her what was going on. She said she felt like she'd done something wrong that night in the city. Like I must think... But I said no.
Ooh.
There was nothing wrong. I just wanted to say... But I couldn't find the words. I felt like I was gonna cry, but I wasn't sad. She got up and sat next to me on the bed. I looked at her. Lonnie, do you think you could ever... And that's when she kissed me.
Nice. That's cute. I'm glad there's like positive media for stuff like this a lot. Like there's no reason that I mean, I guess for a story, she rejected me. That doesn't seem fun. Like let the girls have their moment. Potato chips. I just ate a whole freaking spindle of Pringles earlier, and I feel really gross about myself. Especially because I don't want to work out tonight. Dear Samantha, I'd like to cordially thank you for the invite to your Thanksgiving holiday with your fam. I enjoyed the potatoes, and it was weird being around your parents for that long, but it's funny how hard it is for your dad to not be awkward. Your friend, Lonnie. Yo. Dear Mr. Soto, let me take the opportunity to thank you and Con for being a gracious host to the festivities, your father's estate, the aforementioned meal with my parents. Your family's Thanksgiving feast was more enjoyable of the two events, I must say. I especially appreciate the time I spent with your grandmother, who was a lovely woman with a sterling taste and refined air. Let's do it again, shall we? And Sam got all fancy with her name. Also, I heard creaking down here, and that kind of freaks me out. Because it doesn't really seem like that kind of game. Oh my... Look, it's what we talked about! That's amazing! That's one of those things that I did. I just filled mine out like an a-hole. Because I didn't like the class. That's so good. Okay, so when Caitlin did her assignment, she did it the right way. Not like that wacky Sam. I'm gonna assume this isn't really a horror game. I shouldn't worry so much about like being jump scared. Where's the light switch? Is there one in this part? No. So go in the open door. Okay. Dear Terrence, thank you for sending along a copy of your newly published book. I certainly recognize my son in the subject matter. An author's work is externalization of what she holds dear, and I believe you did a successful job. But the lens through which your personal shone was clouded by genre cliches and plausible dime store fiction. The father's love and encouragement, Richard Grainbauer, Ph.D. Who's... Wait. So I guess the dad is just saying, I recognize that this is your book, and you talked about yourself? Right? Did I do a 360 here somehow? Girl Scouts. Alright, they got some good jams on there. We know Role Model's a banger.
Todd's band lost their singer. Todd said he sucked. Lonnie said he got sick of Todd's shit, and he was complaining about needing a new singer. So Lonnie was like, I can sing. And they were all kind of like, you can? And she was like, probably. But she's been rehearsing with them for like a week now. And I finally got to see them play in Todd's basement today. And she's actually really amazing. I feel so proud when she's on stage. It's incredible being in awe of someone you love. So everybody knows it's like a temporary situation till she ships out in June. But till then, I'm gonna be at every single show.
So, I guess she deployed at some point, because she was going in junior ROTC. Today's Spanish lesson's up top there, with some nice Spanish words for you. That's kind of funny, because I have a friend who teaches me... teaches me is probably a strong word. But I have a friend that teaches me Portuguese words sometimes. And that's fun and appreciated. Because it makes you sound smarter. Okay, so Sam got their double hearts to share together pendants. There's a map of our house-ish, I guess, Arbor Hill. It's another combination that we don't seem to have things for. Well, now I'm kind of lost again, then. Sis and Mom. Uh, 1972, maybe we try? Okay, time to cheat again. Okay, so it wasn't as bad as I thought. We just had to come these other stairs that we didn't come down earlier. As far as I can tell. Look at that. Another secret room. There's secret rooms everywhere in this freaking house. Oh, my handiwork must be behind this wall somewhere. Such dumb things make me happy. We're already in here, right? Yeah. Oh yeah, my bathroom handiwork's definitely back there somewhere. Psycho House Girl. Everyone in the hall don't know that you're a badass. Costumes that they want to do for the show. Dear Sam, I appreciate the effort you put in this thing. I appreciate Mr. So as your friend. The fact of the matter is she defaced school property with profanity. So she is like the Chloe of the group.
I don't get
and I'm
Lonnie
like
sometimes.
the Max.
Like, her band, and our zine, and her hair, and everything are all anti-authority. But I watch her in JROTC, and she's doing drills in perfect formation, following orders, no question. And there's all this stuff in the news about don't ask, don't tell. Like, she's going to join the army and then have to lie about who she is. She said they don't need to know what they don't need to know. Like it was no big deal.
That's true.
This from the girl who trashed her locker to, like, defend my honor. I've learned when to stop arguing, though. I don't think Lonnie even gets Lonnie sometimes.
Hey, we made it around. It's funny because, I mean, not funny, but growing up-ish, I remember the whole don't ask, don't tell thing, like, being a big deal when it first happened, and I feel like it's not common now, because that seems kind of like a rude thing to say, but it seems like it's, I don't know, accepted but not, ish, I don't know, never mind, I don't know what I'm saying. I guess I don't remember hearing it talked about recently, other than like the last election, which we don't have to get into. This is supposed to be fun. Due to your exemplary management of the Flintlock prescribed burn operation last year, offer you a regional job. So we might be the regional manager of burning stuff now. That's a cool title to have. Hey Lonnie, sorry my mom was such a bitch last night. She's hardly ever around, and the forest is pretty far away. Lonnie says, your mom is jealous of our cool lifestyle. And she also said, like, at least you have a mom, don't be a jerk. Sam says, I didn't mean to bring up the mom, she didn't complain. Lonnie's mom has a new husband. And Lonnie does not want to go to Florida to live with her parents. There's light. That looks cool. No butts in heaven, God. Oh, it's at the Vatican. Okay. Trying to get gored by a bull. Sam got in trouble for distributing inappropriate materials. Out of school suspension. Nice. Better than in school. Sam, since you refuse to hear us after the sound, writing the story absolutely clear. You are grounded for the rest of the month from social and telephone privileges because you're acting up at school. Last word on the matter. Stop effing around.
I had an interesting talk with Mom and Dad tonight. One you were never gonna need to have. I mean, you've known, right? I've known. I've known since, like, She-Ra. Mom and Dad didn't, I guess. But they saw the zine and the stuff on the locker, and they were like, is there something we should know about you and Lonnie? And so here's the thing. I was prepared for them to be mad, or disappointed, or start crying, or something. But they were just in denial. You're too young to know what you want. You and Lonnie are just good friends. You just haven't met the right boy. It's a phase. That's what I didn't see coming. That they wouldn't even respect me enough to believe me. Well, joke's on them, because they're in for one very long phase.
Get her, kid. Get him. Show him what's up. Home Cook magazine. You know how I feel about this junk sitting all over my house. I feel like I'm not. I think this is a good game or good story. I really feel like I'm not the target audience for this. I mean, it's a good. It's as a general statement. It's good to try to look at things in other people's eyes, but I don't think I'm the target audience. I wish I knew how to explain this, or I wish I knew how to explain it better. The Army is this thing I grew up with. It's part of me. My dad's Army friends are like family. Maybe someday when I'm settled at the base and you're done with college, you're a famous writer, and I can rebuild a tank engine with my eyes closed, things will be different and we can be together. Until then, bye. Lonnie. So she got broken up with before, say, her girlfriend-ish? Or at least her crush, girlfriend, lady friend, partner, significant other. Before she went to the Army for good, she was like, this isn't going to work. Dear Kaz, I can't tell you see what joy it is. See John Russell back in print. He said, Unknown Dimension is in the business of printing the material. This has revitalized my work. So, whoever Kaz is, put Dad's book out, after all. Strong Pines. Couples retreat. 20 years since heard the call. Is the president in danger? This time, the life you save will be your own. Final preparations are complete. There's another secret door somewhere.
We agreed our last night together would be our happiest ever. And we'd forget tomorrow was going to come at all. It worked for a while. We had a good time seeing Oscar off. Then ran up to the attic to look through our photos. To find one for Lonnie to take with her. And looking at them, I realized they were all in the past. And there wouldn't be any more. I didn't know what I was going to do. And I cried. And she held me. She said she knew it was hard, but life would move on. I said I didn't want my life to keep moving without her. That's when she cried too. I was so exhausted. I must have fallen asleep like that, in her arms. In the morning, I woke up, and I was finally alone.
Where did it? Okay, so it's like been a year and a half for her life. And so we didn't get the key for the attic yet. Is there something here? Is there 2 hiding spots here? That's where I came up. Where did that come from? I guess it was it the flare? Is it? Oh, okay. There was a different X there. Oh, we're doing we're doing magic, witchcraft, exorcism. Who are we exorcising? Key for the attic. Honey snaps for winners.
The sunset light in this house is the saddest thing I've ever seen. I just want to sleep. When I'm in the attic, it almost feels like Lonnie could still be here. She's just downstairs. I'm just waiting to hear her pull down the hatch and come running up. Maybe I'll go up to the attic and wait.
Who's Oscar? I feel like they're trying to bring somebody back. Oh! Because the guy said his name was Oscar, didn't he? Because they thought Oscar was talking to him. But I don't know if that's before or after they put Oscar's face down there. Because they had a name tag for him. So that seems that's more like someone they knew. Get off the steps. Sam, always remember what we had. Stay strong, kick ass. I love you.
Oh my god. Katie. I fell asleep in the attic, and Lonnie in my old spot, and I missed the first 2 calls. I just barely caught the 3rd one before the machine got it. And it was Lonnie. On a payphone. She'd been on the bus to Basic, and she said she couldn't think of anything but me and us, and that she couldn't go through with it, with the army and being apart and all of it. And so she got off the bus in Salem. She said, "Sam, I want you to pack up everything you can and get in your car and come find me. And let's just drive until we find somewhere for us." And she asked me if I could do that. And I said yes. Yes. Katie, I'm so sorry that I can't be there to see you in person, that I can't tell you all this myself. But I hope as you read this journal and you think back, that you'll understand why I had to do what I did. And that you won't be sad, and you won't hate me, and you'll just know that I am where I need to be. I love you so much, Katie. I'll see you again someday. Love, Sam.
Well, I guess that's going home. I don't really understand what happened. It seemed like a coming of age tale for a girl who was gay, and that's cool. But beside that, I didn't realize. I thought there might have been more to this than just that. I don't know. It was interesting. I think it's a good story, but that wasn't really a game. But thanks for watching it anyway. If the whole thing was about Lonnie and Sam, Katie was the sister, right? Or Katie was somebody else? Katie was her new girlfriend? I don't know. I'm going to have to read up what happened in this game. But thanks for watching Gone Home. I appreciate the company as we walked around together and dealt with stuff. And I will see you next time for more nonsense. Please.